Welcome to the Star Trek Universe podcast. My name is Matthew Carroll. It is good to be here with you guys today. I'm here to drop another song based on this most recent episode of Star Trek Picard. By the way, if you've been enjoying this series of songs we've been dropping, I dropped them a little later in this feed because I want to leave the regular review episode up a little longer. So if you like what you're hearing and you want to hear those songs sooner, I've actually, in the last 2 weeks, I don't know if I'm able to keep this pace, but in the last 2 weeks, I've been able to drop these episodes less than 24 hours or about 24 hours after the episode drops. So I've been able to drop these songs on the Matthew Carroll podcast and at the Stranded Panda YouTube channel. That's our podcast network. So if you go to the Stranded Panda YouTube channel or the Matthew Carroll podcast and follow or subscribe there, you will get these songs sooner. But I would like to wait till after the weekend and after till on Monday or Tuesday to drop it in the Star Trek Universe podcast feed because I think most people are here for the reviews. I don't want to presume everyone wants to hear my song instead of the reviews. So this song is brand new. It is about Picard and his desire to go back out into space. It's based on his conversation with the Doctor where he talks about, even more now that I know I'm dying, I need to get out into the cold. I need to get out into space, into my real home, in a way. I really enjoyed that concept. And I also really enjoyed the sort of questioning nature that I, as a viewer, had of like, how much of his decision to go on this adventure in the face of the Federation pushing back is him on a sort of righteous mission that is righteous any way you look at it, or is it him sort of having a late in life crisis where he is trying to figure out who he is and he wants to be consequential. He doesn't want to be relegated to being an artifact of the past. And so he is going on this adventure to kind of assert himself and be consequential again. And that is interesting to me. I really like where they're going with his character. On a rewatch, I ended up actually really liking this episode more than I did the first time. So here's the song. This is Into the Cold by The Garage. Live long and prosper. This place has never been my home. I came here to forsake the dreams I'd always known, the ones that seemed impossible to chase. As the world became a darker, colder place, but I'll head back into the cold once again. My life will be my own, and I'll pretend that life is not as fleeting if I feel my heart beating in my chest. So I'll head back into the cold. Time's in short supply these days, but I won't just wait to die. I'll charge into the fray. These damn years I've wasted on the side, they won't define my final days. No longer will I hide. I'll head back into the cold once again. My life will be my own, and I'll pretend that life is not so fleeting if I feel my heart beating in my chest. So I'll head back into the cold. You pitiable man, desperate to matter. That's what they'll say, that's all that I'm after. Il pense qu'ils peuvent m'ignorer, but ignore me again at your peril. I'll head back into the cold once again. My life will be my own, and I'll pretend life is not so fleeting if I feel my heart beating in my chest. So I'll head back into the cold. I'll head back into the cold. To reach out to us, hit us up at StarTrekUcast.com, at Star Trek Ucast on Twitter, or search for the Star Trek Universe Podcast on Instagram or Facebook. And if you want to hear more from David C. Robertson, search for the DC On Screen podcast in your podcast app now, or go to maladjusted.tv for his comedy sketches. If you want to hear more from me, Matthew Carroll, search for the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast or the Orville Universe podcast in your podcast app, or check out my music. Just search for Matthew Carroll wherever you listen to music.